Excuse me. Can I quit this podcast? I told Eddie Murphy to stay in college so he'd have something to fall back on. I give great advice.
Stand Up Memories is back.
Was
Hello.
that the same opening
Yes,
we use?
you complain every week. Same opening.
Is it Eddie Murphy every week?
Stand Up Memories.
Every week, it's Eddie Murphy.
Every week. 1 week it was Ed Bluestone. That didn't make the same impact.
Wow.
There's a blast from the past.
Wow.
A real.
Why don't you do something that might bring the audience in?
I'm Peter Bales. This is Jackie.
You're not even going to introduce the guest, are you?
I'm getting to it.
I'm patient.
Peter Bales, Jackie the Joke Man Martling, with a terrific guest.
Thank you.
A genuine filmmaker. And
A real live filmmaker who just completed
Still
shooting a wonderful, wonderful film that I actually have a role in.
yes,
My house actually has a role in.
I think that's great too, but we should say his name.
Why not?
Ed Huether,
We'll get to it. at the end of the show.
filmmaker,
Closing credits.
producer, director. Did you cater the film as well?
My wife did
Did
actually.
she really?
We actually met making a movie. We were both acting in a film.
I was
5 years ago, 10 years ago.
more than that. It's like 2012.
Hey.
Yeah.
So
A
I did a
while ago.
little research. Unlike you, I research
Well, you
extensively.
fake that you care about this, and I could have.
He asked me 5 minutes before we went on.
Ed,
Yeah, right.
no, Ed has made 2 videos by my count with you, serious videos,
Mhm.
which he still is suffering PTSD from working with you.
We've been working together. We're
the time.
very good friends, and our girlfriends and wives really love each other. And we have a very good time, and the naked stuff is fantastic.
Always.
And but I got to tell you, before I forget, I worked in Clearwater at a place called Muggs Bar and Grill. And after 50 years in stand-up, there's nothing like sitting there and looking and realizing you're working at a Muggs sports bar. But by the grace of God, I was working Saturday, and Friday night, the Lords of 52nd Street were playing in the local concert hall. So I went to see the Billy Joel band, and this is the greatest trivia in the world. The sax player in their band, Richie Cannata, is ill. He's still recovering. The sax player in their band is Joey D's son. Do you know who Joey D? You remember that name?
I do.
Joey D and the Starlighters,
Oh,
the
geez,
Peppermint
okay,
Twist,
sure.
like 1958. And now you think it's, his son, but his son is like 60, you know. But a shout out to Liberty and Russell and Andrew. Thanks. Thanks. It was an incredible show, and I just wanted to say hello and tell everybody, go see the Lords of 52nd Street. They're unbelievable.
They're great.
Yeah, but I'm a Billy Joel fan. They could play the songs backwards, and I'd be screaming. So
I
Who
get
knows?
it. I
Who'd
totally
they
get
have
it.
sitting in for Billy? Was this Dave
no,
Clark?
whoever's doing it now.
Okay.
It's always a guy for the duration. I don't know how long he's been with him, but he was. They're always great. He was. He played like him, sounded like him. They didn't miss a note. They're unbelievable. I mean, especially him. I mean, the other guy, they've been playing these songs
Well, they're
for
the
50
guys.
years. They better get it
They're
right.
on the albums.
you know.
They're the guys.
But
All
they-
right. Ed Huether, he's got an incredible video company that does everything here on Long Island called Id Unleashed.
It
And
Unleashed Productions. Yep.
Id Unleashed Productions, probably .com, right? If people want
Yeah, it's idunleashed.com.
idunleashed.com.
And the new movie is called The Proctor. And, would you want to spell out what it is? It's,
Sure, it's PRO.
oh, you're an idiot.
like a proctor.
He didn't graduate from high school.
See,
so he's stuck in high school for 30 years. That's the premise. If
That's
you buy
basically the
that, you're
premise.
home free.
Well, it
Thank you
sounds-
for doing that because I've never really mastered the elevator pitch on this thing, and I've been like, how do I boil this thing down?
Now-
Because it's actually a little more complicated. than that.
Independent-
It's a lot more complicated. And what the bad news is, he's the star, but the bad news is I play his father, not
Well-
his sidekick and not his friend. I'm his freaking father.
I don't know. I
As
mean,
bad a director as I am, though, I gave Jackie probably the least humorous role
Well,
in the movie.
I want to ask you. This is an independent film, and
Yeah.
if you're watching this later live, it just wrapped, and they're in post production, and you are, I can tell, pretty excited about it. You feel good?
Yeah, we feel real good about it. You know, we've got everything in the can now, and we're in post production. We've got the film kind of roughed out with the first cut.
He brought over a bunch of clips
And,
the other night to our house, and it looks
we were
terrific.
watching. We had a little screening, and yeah, it's really shaping up very nicely.
Looks terrific.
Yeah.
And that was before I lost 25 pounds. And I'm looking at this whale going, thank God I made that decision. Because once
Hair was
when
longer too.
we're standing by the car and I look and I'm like, who put that watermelon in my shirt? Jesus Christ, it's disgusting.
Oh, well, you needed that watermelon when you did the joke about you look like the letter Q at the.
Now you got to, are you going to try and explain that?
Yeah, I didn't do it very well, did I?
I think I get it though.
That was
Next
one of my
sideways.
very first jokes when I started doing comedy. I always had a huge beer belly, and I said, I know I'm getting fat. I was on a naked beach, and I got a hard on, and the girl told me I looked like the letter Q, which is a very good visual joke.
Which is a great joke, and the best jokes are based in truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
But it's so
The
funny.
fact that she could see it made me happy. You know?
but so many times I try to tell Jackie a joke, and I inevitably screw it up. And
Which I love.
I still laugh because I told
He
him
gets all the jokes right in his act, but that's only because
But
he's been
everybody
doing
else's jokes.
he's been doing them for 40 years. The same damn
I
jokes.
try to make Jackie laugh, and he looks at me with a straight face, and he goes, "How many ways can you fuck up a joke?" that's what he said.
It's great fun.
You know, we actually with this film we actually took a couple of Jack's jokes from his routine.
But those you don't want to say because you don't
And-
want to spoil it for the,
No,
for
but
the
we
four
actually-
people that are going to see this.
We actually made it. We took these jokes and kind of made them a philosophical backbone of the entire film.
They fit in. They fit in. They fit in.
So we talking a comedy with dramatic aspects, or what?
Yeah, it's
how would you
so
describe?
this is really a throwback to 80s nostalgia, Gen X. If you grew up on the films of John Hughes, like Breakfast Club, Pretty in Pink, 16 Candles,
Gotcha.
Ferris Bueller's Day Off, if you know those films and love those films, and most Gen Xers do,
But
this
that's
is-
what makes it smart is the references. It's a total comedy. It's a total farce. But the smart part is going, oh, that
there's
rings
all
a
these-
bell, you
it's
know.
kind of a drinking game. You know, you pick out an 80s reference, you go, oh, this one. But we set up the script in such a way that we actually state at the beginning of the script, there's a lot of 80s references in this script. There's a lot of lyrics and movie quotes and things like that. They should never be delivered as they were originally delivered or with the same cadence or same inflection. It's gotta be a natural part of the dialogue in this film, like new to this film, where people will have to think a little bit to pick
I
up
love
these
it.
cues.
I love it. The
And it
Proctor,
happens.
the
It's
Proctor.
fun. It's fun.
And how did Jackie do? His old nickname was Jackie 90 Takes Martling.
No, you know, we didn't.
How did you do?
We didn't have the time for that. We had a real aggressive shooting schedule, and we needed to keep on pace, and so we had to bang things out in like 2-3 takes.
It was basically like, thank you, Jack.
Yeah.
That was
It was-
fun.
It was
I
learn
did
it.
good,
and
Bales.
2-3 takes, and we were out.
I'm
Yeah.
a thespian, damn it. God.
You know, I have to lie to Jackie. No, the truth is, I did look up the Proctor, and
Okay.
you. It sounds very, very cool. And I saw pictures and clips, and it looks like a really, really professional production. I love it. I love it, and I love the idea. And you were trying to get you had a big crowd scene, and
Yes.
and basically the extras were volunteering their time and getting
Right.
basically
We have
refreshments
a
and food.
graduation scene. Yes, and it's
So
very
I read
large.
that he was saying the pay is basically the food, and you know the joke that reminds me of the guy. Now I'm going to have senior moments. The guy in Car 50, Joey Ross. Car 50
Joey Roth.
Joey Ross gets his friend brings him to a film audition. You know the joy, and he asks the director, what's the pay? And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I that you thought there was pay. There's no no pay. It's you're volunteering, but we do have coffee and cake when you want to pick it up. So Joey Ross gets, how dare you? I'm a professional. This is an insult. How dare you not pay? I'm out of here. And he storms to the door, gets to the doorway, turns back, and goes, wait a second. What kind of cake? You would have told. You knew exactly.
I didn't know how that
Whatever
fit
kind
into
you like, go to the bakery next door.
I didn't know
Get whatever you want.
I didn't know how that was going to fit in with the crowd thing.
But he wrote in the
yeah, no, it fit
volunteers.
absolutely because there's so many stories. Rodney Dangerfield loved Joey. He didn't love him. He loved the stories. But Rodney used to say, Joey Ross walked in out of the sea. That's what he used to say because he was such a low-life, dirt bomb comic, and they just plucked him out and put him in car 54, and all of a sudden that was a huge show, and all of a sudden he's a celebrity, and they had a huge party when it became number one. I think it was General Electric had a celebration, so everybody came to the celebration, and Francis, whatever, Fred Gwynn came with his wife, and Joey Ross came with a hooker. And they went up, and the heads of GE and their wives came over to meet these guys, and they're like, I'm Fred Gwynn, and this is my wife, Mrs. Gwynn, and Joey Ross goes, oh, I'm Joey. What's your name, honey? Oh God! Can you imagine? Oh my God!
I love it.
That is just
Nice to meet you, Candy.
It's just great fun.
All right.
Great fun.
Oh man!
So it is exciting and it is fun, and we shot at my house a little bit, which was great fun.
I love it. The Proctor. And we just have to pay attention, and we'll hear about it. It's going to be,
Yeah, well, we're gonna, next step is we finish the soundtrack and all that, and we'll have a finished film. We'll have a few premiere screenings, and then we'll be putting it out in the film festival circuit a little bit.
Nice.
And then we'll be going around begging.
And then I've already been doing that.
So, how do you
his co-producer and. Now, what is Russ the director?
Russ is the first assistant director.
First
so he's
assistant
kind of the guy
director
that runs
is,
my set, and
he
is going to do basically bring my vision to the screen.
We met on a film with Sean Young, and it was a
This was
famous.
all of us,
it was
yeah.
a Fred Carpenter movie, and the people on Long Island know Fred Carpenter is the guy who's had to die because he owed too many people money. But he was a
famous
character.
and infamous.
He was one of those like a Epi Epstein from My Father's Place. He just one of those characters.
Very frenetic.
But he put me in an extra scene because I was a strip club owner, and he figured he probably should have a scene where I'm in a strip club. And Russ in this movie, his assistant director was this incredibly mean, bad guy. And it was two things that never happened to me before. It was the first time I was ever in a movie where I made it to the trailer. And also in the movie, I insult Russ and the other guy. They're like mobsters, and Russ punches me. And it was the first time I ever got to, I had one of those little things where I have a little ball with the red
pack.
dye in it and a little thing coming up. So after he hit me, I went down and squeezed it, and all of a sudden I had blood all over my face. It was so exciting for me. It was like, wow, this is the real movie,
Wait a second, you didn't make it to the trailer for Making Out with Carol Brady?
No, I didn't, and I think I was upset about it, but I think they might have shot those scenes after they already. That was another
Carol
thing.
Brady,
Florence Henderson.
Yeah. I mean, tell everybody it's Florence Henderson.
It's a disgusting scene, by the way, if you ever see it.
And it's not. I get so mad. And you know what? The documentary they made about me, Paul Bernard says that. He's the guy who hired me. He says, "Oh
There's
yeah, and
food
Jackie
involved.
and Florence Henderson were making out all afternoon." He said, and we were all revolted. I was like, bullshit, you were revolted. She was 70 years old, but she was a beautiful woman. She was hot, and everybody beat off to her for 40 years. And I'm making out with her, and you're saying it's revolting.
Well,
I was in, and he said I was in heaven. I was in California, and all of a sudden I got a call, and Paul saying, "Oh, we're having a great time making a movie. Too bad you're not in California." I said, "I am in California." And he said, "Well, come over to Santa Anita Racetrack." I went over there and said, "All right, here's your job. You're Florence Henderson's boyfriend, and you guys have to make out. You're the background of a scene."
You know, it's so sad what some stars have to do to keep their career alive.
Yeah, it's the old,
But it's such a great scene because it's so unexpected. It's
And
just, what?
the beauty is it was a real film with a real budget, so they shot it from a couple of different angles with all different takes from different angles, and so we were literally making out for like a couple of hours, and she was licking ketchup and mustard off my face, and we
That's
were
why I
having
say
a
it's
time of a
disgusting.
lifetime, and if she had said, "Come back to my trailer," I would not have hesitated. And everybody's like, "You quit," but she was 70. But it twitched, she was hot stuff. And when we went to start the scene, she said, "Jackie, we really have to kiss." And I'm like, "Don't worry, baby." I wasn't supposed to finger her, but why? How could I?
Okay.
How could I resist?
Oh man, I saw that coming.
And,
from center field.
I haven't washed since. Lisa.
Oh God! Oh my God!
All right, all you young children,
Wait,
chase your parents out of the room.
Come on, this is a family show.
So are you.
Was.
But
Well,
there's no Foldy role in this film, The Proctor, right? There's no.
No, it's really a very clean film.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really is. And,
The only really lewd thing that happens is
your
me and my
appearance.
wife.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we're not saying any more
You
than that.
can't. Don't give anything away.
Don't give anything away.
The movie is called The Proctor,
The Proctor.
and Jackie Martling is in it. So make your own judgment.
And I'll be, he'll be promoting the hell out of it, but I'll be promoting the hell out of it on jokelane.com, of course. And it's exciting. It's exciting.
I'll be
So-
promoting it at
Were you in the movie?
Pizza Hut.
Were you in the movie?
Hicksville.
Were you in the movie, The Proctor?
No, I wasn't in the movie.
You're the only one in this room that wasn't in it?
I'm the only one in this room who was not. Who
Loser.
was not in.
Loser.
And I have never made out with Florence Henderson. You know what I am thinking?
Missing
here?
out on a lot of
You know-
things
you know
today.
what I'm thinking right here? I have never been in a movie with lines in my life.
But if I made out with Florence Henderson, who did you make out with? Do you know that?
No, I don't know.
I made out with Alice from the Brady
Bales did his show.
Bunch. No.
Bales
Come on,
did his show.
Jackie, no, not Jackie. This is an urban myth, and we're not going to go there.
Bales?
No, come on.
No, spill this now.
No, it's not.
no,
Which
we're not
one?
very
Which
happy to hear
one
this.
was
Which
it?
one are you talking about?
Which one was it? I Dream of Jeannie, right?
No, it was not.
Barbara Eden?
Oh my God.
Barbara Eden is in the audience.
No. I am so uncomfortable.
And so
All right,
he's
stop.
she's
No,
flirting with
it's not
him,
true.
and she comes backstage and flirts
No,
with him. And they wind up
stop. This
back
is
in
an
his
urban
hotel
legend.
room. This is a true story, and they
It's
get it
not even
on.
remotely
And next
true.
morning, he's all excited.
No.
And he says,
Come on.
"Why don't you give me your phone number so I can call you?" And she goes, "Let's just let this be our special night, Peter."
No.
And she ghosted him and took off.
Complete lie.
What part isn't the truth?
It was Barbara Feldon.
Barbara
That's-
Feldon.
Feldon.
No. I'm joking.
Now, Barbara Feldon was
See.
our guest, and she was 90, and
She was terrific.
We didn't get near
She was
her.
Unbelievably terrific.
She's
guest.
amazing.
I
She
made
is
out with
amazing.
her, but that was really tough because she was on Zoom.
It's just the screen.
Actually, I was in one movie, but to see it,
Don't change the subject. Tell
You-
him that
you-
that's
you
a true
needed-
story.
you needed
Tell him
to-
that that's a true
I
story.
just had a great punchline.
Oh, go ahead.
You just broke your own rule.
Okay.
I said I have been in one movie, but to see it, you needed tokens. That's a pretty good. That's a really good. Thing. That's a pretty good.
Yeah, that was all right. That was all right. And at any rate, I love the fact that she blew him off.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
none
Although
of-
he
none of
did
that
better
is
with
true.
her
None of
than I
that's
did
true.
with
None-
Flo.
None of that's true.
See how I called her Flo, like we're
Flo
old friends?
Now
Holly
you're-
Holiday?
Flo. But how many movies you've been in a lot of movies and
He's made a lot of movies and been in a lot of movies. He's all over the place, this guy.
I bounce around.
how many movies have you been in?
I've been in well, Jack and I met on a film called Sun No Flowers. That was the Fred Carpenter film that he was mentioning, And that was a lot of fun. And after that, because we met with that, I produced your next special, which was
He shot me
Jackie-
live at the
Jackie
that
live from
Belfridge?
Long Island. Yeah, that was down in Belmont.
And that's on Amazon Prime, as a matter of fact.
That is.
Live at the brokerage. In fact, it's funny because on Amazon Prime, I'm on two things: like Live at the brokerage and
Joke Man.
Joke Man, my documentary, which
I also appear in. for like
of course,
2
you appears in
seconds.
that.
And I get grief for doing blatant plugs. I think,
Why? What do you have to plug?
I'm selling a
your
pamphlet.
book full of Barbara Feldon memories.
I'm selling a
on how to not
pamphlet
get
on
syphilis.
chlamydia. That will help a lot of people if they're concerned about that. So tell me about this great company that you have.
Well, we're basically a videography company. We do a lot of work. We actually do a lot of supporting of the performing arts, and so we love being with our comics or our singers or our dancers, and so we do a lot of that work. But on the side, we do our independent films and our short films, documentaries, our comedy specials, and
I love it.
And he's
that's
been
okay.
a stage actor forever, so they videotape stage plays, and he's a full range character. This guy.
And you
So I
also do educational stuff too, right?
what kind of education are you talking about?
Sex education.
Yes. But that's
that's not how-
those are one-on-one sessions. That's
Oh.
that's
okay.
one student at a time.
Oh,
did
you
you
do
ever
that.
All
take
right,
sex
I'm married now, so I can't make those jokes anymore because my wife is watching, going, "What the fuck is he talking about?" Can I say?
Well,
fuck?
I'll tell you.
Can I say fuck here?
We have.
I'll tell you all about it. I'll tell you all about. I don't know about it, but I'll make it up. Did you ever take sex ed?
I did.
Did you really?
I did. It's I remember.
I don't have a joke.
It was a different. No, I remember
sex
my
ed is
sex
just-
ed professor. He was amazing. It was a different time. He would say, you'd have the class sitting out there, and he'd point, and he'd go, "That everybody, that's the female sexual organ." Thank you, Lisa. You can sit down now. It was a different time.
Did he point to the right place? Because he spent a lot of years
He was a
looking
little
for that.
high. He was a little
And you
up
know the
there.
classic sex education joke, right?
No.
Where first day of sex ed and night adult education, sex ed, and he says, "All right, well, let's take a survey. How many people in here have sex with your partner once a week?" And a lot of people raise their hands. He says, "How many people have sex with your partner roughly once a month?" And a whole bunch more people raise their hands. And he says, how many people in the class have sex with your partner once a year?" And the guy in the back's like, "Yeah, me, right here, me. He says, "Well, if it's only once a year, why are you getting so excited?" "'Cause tonight's the night. Tonight's
Classic joke.
That's a classic joke.
A classic joke.
What does that say?
It says, do we have a
Says
clip? We got a
clip.
clip?
We have a clip from the film.
What, from the
Oh,
film?
I thought you said clit. I thought we were still on sex education.
Family show.
Family show.
Was
So can you
Yes,
want to
10
set up
seconds.
this clip?
all right. So it's actually good. We're on the sex ed thing. So in the film, this character that's been in this high school for 38 years has not graduated yet, but is still a senior. He's kind of shtupping all the teachers in the school, and that's basically the setup. He's about to proctor now as a condition to graduate. He's going to proctor the big final exam for the school, and they're going to kind of write him his way out.
Yeah, they finagled the way around the rules so he could finally get
Exactly.
his diploma and graduate.
So he's going to be working with another proctor in the class, and he's about to meet that person right here. And so that's what the clip is. And
All
There we go.
right.
Jack, Assistant Principal Matthews knows the exact procedure. Just please follow everything he asks you to do.
Matthews? You related to Ms. Matthews, the English teacher in this building?
Yeah, I'm her son.
Oh, I remember you from when you was like in your teens. You were like this high.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are good then.
Oh yeah, Bob, don't worry about a thing. This is gonna go smooth as silk.
Uh-huh.
Listen, don't get too lax. Some of these kids really like to make it hard.
Like your mom.
Yeah, that's not funny. She really liked you. You kind of dicked her over.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, she told me you were going to be my new stepdad.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So, So I guess this is kind of awkward then for you, huh?
No, I'm good.
Oh, there you go.
That's really the theme of the. It's just so absurd and great and fun.
So that was an actor named Jordan Hughes playing the assistant principal Matthews that works with me, and he's so wonderful. He was actually like the first person we cast in the film because he was just had such a dry delivery, so beautiful for this role. It was great.
So I'm not clear.
He didn't get very upset considering you were banging his mom.
Yeah, well, he kind of learned to deal with it.
It'd been years.
Yeah,
Been years.
I was going to phrase the question in a different way, but Jackie got right to the point. I had the same question. All right. Well, so there's a little- there's a lot of- I'm trying to be subtle. I'm trying to be subtle
I
here.
didn't mean to step on you.
You know, this is
Yeah, it's kind of a setup with Jack is the fish out of water guy that everybody knows. He's an idiot. Kind of. They just kind of brush him off.
all right.
His name is Jack in the movie,
Jack Shots.
and my name is Jack, and I'm Jack Senior, and my wife in the movie, her name is Barbara.
Oh my God.
Not a real name. She was actually the ex-wife of the assistant director. It's a very small
It's a
circle
small
of
group.
friends.
It's a tight group.
All right, I'm going to be in this scene. You hold the camera.
It's very
that-
convoluted.
And that's Vicky Baum that plays your wife and
Vicky
my mother
Baum.
in the film, and she's great.
Vicky Baum.
All right.
All right, so we got to wind. What
gotta-
plugs? I am in The Better Sister on Amazon Prime because I was just telling people about it in Florida, and people are like, why isn't that advertised anywhere? So, well, this is where it's advertised.
All right. Well, I have plugs. Well, I'm going to plug. You know what? We're on
Well, your hair
Strong.
looks
This
great.
show is on Strong Island Television, a network in its own right, and we are at Paradise Studios in Massapequa. All your video needs, podcasting, anything you need, right here, Paradise Studios. And
I don't
Get
mean
2 tickets.
I do not mean to upset you, but a bunch of people at my show in Florida literally came up and said they watched the show and they love it.
This show?
This, honest to God, I was saving it.
You're kidding?
No, I said Bales keeps telling me people are watching this. I didn't believe him.
And you finally met them.
And I finally met them.
And were
said-
they older women?
Both of them.
They were actually older than that.
They were older.
No, they're very nice people. My crowd, it's grandfathers, but it's also their sons and, and grandchildren.
Have you ever seen Jackie's crowd at his comedy shows?
Oh, yeah.
Some of them are actually lying with their eyes closed, holding a lily up in the.
And some of them are scared shitless.
Come on, that's
I'm
funny.
just going to let that go.
Ed Huether, you are terrific. The movie is The Proctor. It's an exciting independent film. It sounds really funny, but I have a feeling there's going to be some drama in there too.
It's a lot of fun. Got a little heart though. It's good.
Good.
Yeah.
And when it's getting ready to break, we're going to bring a bunch of the cast in here.
Yes.
We'll bring,
We'll all come in.
your
We'll
wife
get
and
35 people in here.
all of them.
Yeah.
We should do a live podcast from a theater.
We could do that.
We will absolutely do that.
I love the idea.
Did you hear that, Michael Zinn, producer?
All right. Ed Huether, thank you again. Jackie the Joke Man Martling, as always. I'm Peter Bales.
What? What about your stupid class?
I do. I have a stand-up comedy school. We're very successful. Standupuniversity.com. I can't say enough. Right here on Long Island, the Brokerage Comedy Club. 6 weeks will make you a stand-up comedian.
Couple breakout stars from the other night.
Jackie is very supportive. Comes to our graduation shows.
There was a woman in the show, and her boyfriend, longtime boyfriend. I thought they were married. They tight as a frog's ass, and he's a very good musician and very good producer and all that stuff. But she went up and did her 7 minutes on being married to a guy who thinks he's a rock and roll star. But it was funny.
was
But
my wife.
that is such a strong premise to be the opening act for like a rock and roll show or something. So I think, and her name is Rose, and she's a delight. So good luck.
Yeah. All right. We will see you next time
Yes.
on Stand Up Memories.
Yes.